Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our graduation ceremony. I would now like to invite Meera Matthew, who will lead us with her rendition of our national anthem.
Welcome, everyone. Please stand. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you. Please be seated.
Woo! Another round of applause for Meera, please. Thank you, Meera. We have a professional photographer here today who will be taking pictures. We emailed you a link to order the photos, and we will email you again so that you can order photos if you would prefer. We are also recording this ceremony for the first time today, thanks to our local media partners, the KMVT TV station. So thank you. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our very first student speaker, Tenley Flahaven.
Living life in full bloom. Raise your hand if you have ever grown flowers before. Maybe it was a pot of marigolds in your kitchen or a field of sunflowers in your backyard. Whatever it was, I think we all know the steps leading up to when they bloom. It starts with a little seed and ends with a beautifully colored blossom. Let me tell you the top 5 steps for planting a seed related to our time here at Blach. The first step is preparing. You order your seeds, take out your materials, and triple check to make sure everything is ready to go. Before 7th grade, we learned independence at Walden West, improved our sports skills through training for the Junior Olympics, and explored the new campus on our walk to Blach. The second step is sowing the seeds. You take the petite seeds, place them in a nest of soil, and cover them with just enough dirt so that they can sprout without too much trouble. In August of 2019, we arrived at Blach as innocent 7th graders, and everything in our lives became new. We were presented with school sports, more independence, fresh friendships, and a totally different schedule. The third step is nurturing. Seeds are dependent on others to provide sun, water, and nutrients. It's the only way the flowers can grow. From individual Google Meets with one of my teachers, to playing whole class games during in-person Jumpstart, I can feel the warmth of the Falcon community no matter where I am. The staff at Blach does a tremendous job providing us with everything we need to grow and learn even through the hardships we faced. The fourth step is waiting. It takes at least 7 weeks for a seed to fully develop into a bloom. Waiting is one of the hardest steps because it is so easy to become impatient. In the middle of 7th grade, at one of the most exciting times for some of us, we were forced to wait. This duration of life on pause ultimately benefited us in the long run and supplied us with unexpected opportunities. Through enduring great adversity, we have developed within more than one could ever realize. I believe I have grown the most as a person during my 2 years here. The fifth step is embracing the blooms. You look out over the garden you cultivated, and all the pride in the world fills your heart. The flourishing flowers give you satisfaction, and you realize all the hard work was worth it in the end. This is the dignity that comes with accomplishment. Even though half our middle school experience was online, we were able to learn, mature, and focus on ourselves more. I was able to plant a garden with my wonderful mom, which is the whole inspiration behind the speech I'm giving today. I went into Blach as a perfectionist who didn't know how to accept mistakes. And even though I did spend a few hours tweaking this speech, I feel ready to go into high school because I have learned to find beauty within imperfection. My time at Blach has provided me with a chance to learn, to breathe, explore what I have to offer this world, and get excited about what the future has in store for me. As I look out over our graduating class, I am comforted by familiar faces who have helped me become who I am today. At this moment in time, high school might feel a little daunting because we feel so at home here at Blach. I know it does for me. However, our first step is already fulfilled. Even if we haven't recognized it yet, we are all beyond prepared for this next chapter. Blach was our practice, and high school is our future. As we begin the steps all over again, let's remember these words from Morgan Harper Nichols. Perhaps the reason you are drawn to flowers is not only for their outer beauty, but because they remind you beautiful things will bloom after the longest seasons of waiting. Thank you. It is my pleasure to now introduce our next speaker, Adi Kenchamana.
It wasn't that bad. We are finally at the end of the roller coaster known as middle school, only worsened by a series of unfortunate events. Wow, congratulations, 8th graders. But now, after all of that, I could stand here and gripe about all that went wrong with this year. But I won't, because, well, I'm sure parents have heard enough whining as is, and it wasn't that bad. Yes, it has been a challenging year with a global pandemic that brought the entire world to its knees, apocalyptic fires that dyed our beautiful skies a toxic orange, political rivalries that caused a nationwide schism, and the one that worried us the most, a potential TikTok ban threatening to upend our constant flow of entertainment. Truly frightening times. And yes, we have been faced with a litany of challenges. We were completely isolated from family and friends. We were afraid of the delicate state of the world. And we had to put up with Google Meets when Zoom is clearly better. What is important is that we are all here because we stood up to those trials and we succeeded. Hence, we reap the benefits of a year of perseverance and ingenuity. Now, even though it wasn't a year of torment and misery, as it is frequently made out to be, it was a taxing endeavor. So give yourselves a moment's rest and a well-deserved pat on the back. All right, moment over. Because, again, this year wasn't that bad for us. For teachers, it was a whole different story. Teachers, you were forced to reinvent your entire curriculum and tailor it for an online environment. You had to rapidly familiarize yourself with the confusing world of online meetings and Google Classrooms. And you had to put up with wave after wave of Kahoot bombers, which may or may not have been me. Yet you managed to teach us through this unusual school year and all the challenges that came with it. Now, at first, the magnitude of such an accomplishment may elude some, but first consider that literally everyone was watching YouTube during the lessons. So thank you, teachers, for your devotion to our continued learning. While it was challenging for teachers, it wasn't nearly as difficult for us. Students, it wasn't that bad. Now, I say this because this apocalyptic year is just the beginning. The real challenge is coming next year. Think about it. We have enjoyed a comfy seat on a synchronous day and a homemade lunch for the past year. Do you understand how difficult it will be to go back to hot lunch? Or those plastic chairs designed for kindergartners? In all seriousness, it wasn't that bad because we have this wonderful support system that has aided us through this entire experience. And thankfully, this area was spared from the worst of COVID. So let's be grateful for our luck and all those who helped us on this wonderful journey. And let's celebrate that we are, at long last, going to graduate. Finally, I would like to congratulate another noteworthy graduate. Now, after so many years of middle school, our wonderful principal, Miss Narula, is finally graduating with us. What a momentous occasion. Seriously, thank you for your extraordinary leadership that has guided us through these tough and trying times. And thank you for your kindness, not only for us, but for all the Falcons that came before. So, as our time at Blach comes to a close, and as we leave this crazy roller coaster of a journey behind, I wish you all an enjoyable future in high school, one filled with friendships and learnings. And I hope we meet again, hopefully without a mask. Thank you, and go Falcons! And now, it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Sean Vaucon.
A true measure of faith. Today, I graduate 8th grade and acclaim the success Blach Intermediate School has had in this pandemic. Within the last year, my schedule, along with many of my other classmates, has changed 4 times, and I've converted from virtual to hybrid school in the concluding and most stressful stages of my middle school experience. Still to this day, it amazes me how much change and distress has been incited by these unprecedented challenges. I still ponder over what life will be like in 10 to 20 years' time. However, one clear thing I do know is that I won't remember the fear that inhibited us in the dark, but the courage that helped us step into the light. We have found a solution to COVID-19, reinstated the majority of our daily activities, and reclaimed the ability to call our lives normal. Well, somewhat normal. I was able to prepare myself For the next chapter of my academic career and the many stages one must go through to be officially considered a high schooler. I'm still able to vividly recall the first time I sat alone at my computer, secluded from the outside world. Clueless as to a way out, I waited for any signs of normalcy and optimism. The magnitude of this global crisis was to an extent I had never experienced in my lifetime. This was the part that intimidated me the most. I've learned that we will inevitably have to face change in life no matter the circumstances. However, the way we handle that change is the factor that affects our lives the most. Self-consciousness and fear are two shadows that will linger in every situation we encounter. However, they will only hurt us if we give in to them. This virus has truly tested our ability to have trust and hope in each other and ourselves. In the 13 years that I've lived on this earth, I have never once encountered an obstacle I thought I would never overcome. That idea still stands today and will never be broken. Reflecting back on these unorthodox times, I am adamant that the adventures we call quarantine and the hindrances we call masks will always be ingrained in the history of our society. There will never be one day where we don't question these old and conventional ways of life. In order to move forward, we have to see that this pandemic has developed us into resilient and inviolable people. In the words of author Tom Bottet, the difference between school and life is that in school, you're taught a lesson and given a test. In life, you're given a test that teaches you a lesson. As disheartening and unpredictable as this pandemic has been, I truly believe that this was our test. Nevertheless, we have found that the lesson is always far more profound than the test. Taking the courage to put our trust in others is a skill that can only be obtained through these very challenges. It is a power, it is an aspiration, and it can do wonders for our lives. Our tests are merely temporary evaluations of our internal strength and can be volatile at any stage of our lives. However, these key milestones for us as individuals and as a society will last a lifetime. Congratulations to the graduating 8th grade class of 2021 and the teachers, parents, and administrators who helped us get here. Thank you. And now, I am greatly honored to introduce our next speaker, Sarah Doctorow.
Together, we will fly. Community. A group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. Or a feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. Neither. Day 1 of 7th grade, nervous emotions filled silent classrooms. The teachers, nothing more than intimidating strangers. The student body, misshapen and missing limbs. We were segregated, recognized, not by name but by elementary schools. We were trapped in voids, voids of silence, no love, no connection, trapped, but too scared to climb out of the holes. Patiently, I waited. Day 2, same thing. Judgmental stares, whispers behind backs. Terribly high expectations to be perfect. Select the perfect outfit, prepare the perfect lunch, slap on the perfect smile. No room for error, don't doom your reputation. Lacking the strength, we were unable to break the social norms. Just not yet. Patiently, I waited. Third day, a Friday. Happy Friday. Sun was out, blue skies. Freddie the Falcon sat perched at the entrance. My intuition told me this day would be different. Third time's a charm. On that Friday, someone came up to me just to say hello. So patiently, I waited. The tedious first days lasted but a mere second. The patient waiting was a memory of the distant past. Foreign faces melded into fellow Blach students. Separate friend groups began to sit together. I can picture the day we walked over to the friend circle across the quad. It had been time to take a step. An awkward lunge-like step with a little bit of a bounce in the toes. But a step towards something great. A step towards community. Aliens no longer, the barrier between us came crumbling down, and without the barrier we were left with a clean slate. A clean slate to redefine community far beyond a dictionary definition. For the Blach Falcons are capable of anything. Through the ups and the downs we have stuck together. Even when the world went dark, together we found the light. Together we fought against perfection and learned acceptance. Together we have reached our goals. Together we have grown into leaders. Together we have established a shoulder to lean on. Together we are ready to fly. As Helen Keller once said, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. We have grown our wings, our time has come. The end of a perfectly imperfect era. But never, never an end to the Blach Falcons class of 2021 remarkable community. Thank you.
To all of our student speakers, thank you for inspiring us today. Powerful perspective indeed. Another round of applause for all of you. And now the moment we've been waiting for. Honorable board members, Mrs. McGonigal and Superintendent Baer, welcome to our graduation ceremony. It is with great pride that I present to you this terrific class of 2021. Mrs. Hickman, we are ready for you.
Grace Abodili. Nathaniel Ademola. Vedant Agarwal. Landon Aiken. Bradley Aquino. Romy Arbel. Ori RL. Joshua Ariola. Colby Bassett. Emily Benyon. Jack Blatnick. Owen Bloomstein. Evan Brandstad. Nuala Burke. Weston Carbalar. Lila Carter. Quillen Chasm. Kayla Chan. Evelyn Chang. Marissa Chow. Ari Chow. Nicholas Chechik. Justin Chen. Karina Chen. Timothy Chen. Jacob Chin. Joseph Choi. Tyler Corbett. Trevor Crane. Ophir Crew. Callum Crofts. Emmy Dostmolchi. Ellery Date. Ellie Davidson. Sophia Davies. Eleanor Davila. Nico Dekovic. Mia Delgo. Rohan Dempsey. Sarah Doctorow. Edward Dong. Christopher Dormady. Selah Dorn. Gavin Eager. Maya Eisenberg. Jada Elephant. Jessica Erb. Anna Fazioli. Max Fish. Benjamin Fixler. Tenley Flahaven. Caitlin Freed. Roe Frankel. Yasmin Giuliano Ganeo. Shane Garrison. Alex Glaros Stavropoulos. Elliot Gorlick. Elia Grisanti. Derek Hall. Emerson Hang. Dava Hartland. Yahya Hussein. Peter Hecht. David Henry. Kenzo Hoffmeister. Andrew Honer. Eldon Hooper. Roxanne Howard. Ashwin Itti. Danielle Jelich. Boone Johnson. Carolyn Cow.
Hannah Kapoloff. Dario Karpman. Marco Karpman. Pranav Kausik. Nate Kelly. Adi Kenchamana. Kelsey Kazam. Noah Kikuta. Isaac Kim. McKenna King. Ava Klug. Robert Koberstein. Adeline Cup. Ava Kulik. Soham Kumar. Allison Kampf. Anushka Lahiri. Ethan Lai. Rishi Lakshman. Dar Lavrenko. Clara Lawrence. Hannah Lee. Kate Lee. Yuna Lee. Samantha Levin. Mick Lewin. Elliot Lee. Ian Lee. Jonathan Lee. Natalie Lien. Ryan Lim. Margaret Lint. Wesley Liu. Aaron Lowe. Ryan Liu. Aiden Lundberg. Parker Lunn. Evan Madsen. Devansh Malik. Nicole Mallet. Alexandra Markova. Mira Matthew. Jeremy McMurray. Avi Mehta. Rohan Melwani. Adelaide Mendenhall. Ismail Menjerink. Harry Michelson. Amalia Mihopoulos. Yanni Mihopoulos. Olivia Moon. Allison Mori. Theo Mueller. Gavin Murdoch. Christopher Murphy. Noel Najarian. Joseph Nash. Avni Nath. Kira Navarro. Lila Neugebauer. Lillian Newman. Marco Newman. Drew Newman. Clayton Nguyen. Carter Nishi. Samantha O'Brien. Megan O'Keefe. Ethan Ottinger. Rory Olson. Jacob Ormazable.
Luke Orok. Mary Kay Outen. Ryan Pacheco. Elsa Pecora. Ulysses Penn. Alla Persky. Maisha Fukan. Aliana Pradosin. Massimo Pradosin. Tugi Rajapan. Varun Rangarashan. Kavi Ratnakar. Mia Ravishankar. Ezri Rahufki. Thibaut Rousseau. Jeremiah Rungi. Hannah Rutherford. Alex Sakamoto. Nima Sakuraya. Ayan Saw. Anya Schultz. Charlie Schwartz. Eliza Sewell. Samai Shanmugam. Nisha Shinoy. Nadine Sheridan. Evan Shu. Arhant Shroff. Claire Smith. Owen Smith. Stephen Song. Mac Spicer. Hattie Steele. Simon Stellenberg. Jaden Stenfort. Shelby Stevens. Simon Stucker. Jack Stuvey. Zeke Sue. Alyssa Sun. Valerie Ta. Ryan Tillado. Michaela Teo. Nikki Tolan. Fabian Thomas. Kyle Tompkins. Carson Sy. Thomas Villablanca. Marley Vinson. Sean Vocone. Leo Wang. Maggie Wang. Jasper Wang. Maximilian Weinkoff. Ethan Wing. Patrick Wong. Nora Yang. Ryan Yin. Ayn Yun. Atalia Yunan. Cheyenne Zahidi. Ibrahim Zongi. Aaron Zhang. Iman Zia.
We ordered just the perfect weather for you today. just for you. I want to begin by thanking our wonderful hosts, Mountain View High School's administration and the custodial team that made today's ceremony possible for us. A special welcome to Mr. Mike Jimenez, the Mountain View High School principal, who's here with us today. A special shout out to our very own Jason Dewberry, Michelle Landreth, and Hannah Garcia, whose behind the scenes work for months has made today work like clockwork. Our deepest gratitude to our wonderful board members and our district leaders whose tireless support and leadership helped us make the impossible possible in the service of our students. It is the people, not the programs, that make a school as special and as amazing as Blach is. So here's to our teachers and staff who give their best each day, whose deep care and love and support for students is second to none, and who never, ever give up on any student. Thank you. This year was a test we had never imagined we would take, and yet we rose to every challenge that this year brought to us. Here's to our parents, our partners in this journey, who rally around our students and our school with tremendous dedication and support. Thank you. And here's to this class of students who have modeled resilience, kindness, inclusion, ambition, and what it truly means to be a falcon. Being there for each other, a phrase often used but seldom explained. What does it mean? Who am I there for? How can I be there for someone else? How does that bring out the best in me? And how does it impact those around me? Class of 2021, my call to action today for you is exactly that. Be there for each other. Listening without judgment is the first and the hardest step. How many times do we often listen only to respond having already made that judgment? When you suspend judgment, you communicate that you're fully there for the person in front of you. That is when you are at your best and you bring out the best in another person. And that is when any problem in this world can be solved. This is also true when an adult, usually a parent, is distilling their entire life's wisdom into one glorious lecture, especially the listening without the judgment part. Be there for those on whom the doors of opportunity have closed. Whether it is a classmate who's struggling or a whole group of people in our society who cannot access the same opportunities to have a better life that you have. Be that change maker one step at a time. The time you feel someone should do something about an issue, know that that someone is you. Yes, the awesome you. Have you ever seen the ripples? It takes one pebble to create a ripple. Be that one person who can create a whole lot of good in this world. Reach out and maintain that dignity of that person who needs help. We all need help at one point or another. Finally, be there for yourself. All around you will be temptations for shortcuts of circumventing and instant gratification. Choose to say no. your positive relationship with yourself, your drive to achieve your goals, and your drive to pull others up as you rise is truly what being there for yourself is all about. You are worthy, you are enough, and you belong. You don't have to be someone else's definition of perfect to do great things. To quote my favorite author and poet, Maya Angelou, you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. So, Falcon Class of 2021, as we send you off today, we wish you passionate ambitions, great confidence, and deep friendships. May you always have the courage to pursue your dreams, to pursue what sets your soul on fire. May you always be proud of your own unique story. We know we are so proud of yours. We love you, Falcons. And now, I would like to invite Mr. Mike Jimenez, the principal at Mountain View High School, to say a few words.
Thank you, Principal Narula. My name is Michael Jimenez. I'm the principal of Mountain View High School, and welcome to tonight's ceremony. Congratulations to Principal Narula and your staff. You've done a fine job with these young people here. You got them to high school, and now they're mine. So thank you for doing that for me. And congratulations to the parents out there as well. Your support helped these kids get to where they're at today, and we appreciate your support in helping us educate them and get them into high school. And congratulations to the graduates. A job well done. What you've done is not just learn the curriculum, but you've learned how to persevere. You learned how to work through struggles. You learned how to keep trying and keep working at it until you get it completed. And those are great, great qualities to have. Because not only will they work for you in school, but they'll work for you after school, when you go to college, when you get a job, whatever it is you choose to do. So remember that. Keep working at that. Mountain View High School has a lot to offer kids, and we want kids to be involved as much as possible. There's a lot of activities here for them to get involved with. We have a great performing arts program. We have athletics. We have clubs. We have all kinds of things. But what's really important is that you stay involved as well, parents. If they join a club, help out with the club. Volunteer to help out with the club. We have a great robotics club here. They're always going to competitions, and they need the support and they need the help. We have a great performing arts program here. Our choir program. Who's that young lady that sang the national anthem? Where's she at? If you're not enrolled in choir, we're going to get you in that class. That's a great job. That program itself does a lot. They travel all the time. They go everywhere. They do a lot of performances, and they always need organizing and helping out. Our PTSA here, oh man, it's phenomenal. They do so much for our kids here. They put on a grad night out here, and it was called Survivor was the theme. They had all kinds of obstacles and games for kids to go through to participate in, and they had a great time. We had like 300, 400 kids out here. It was like watching a bunch of elementary school kids running around going crazy, but they had a great time. But the PTSA organized all that. So there's a lot to do here for you to get involved with at school. But what's really important is that you check in with your students' teachers every now and again, not all the time, every now and again. Check on their progress. See how they're doing. Figure out how you can support them. Because your teachers will tell you, they'll let you know. And just because the neighbor's kid is taking 5 AP classes doesn't mean your student needs to take 5 AP classes as well. What we did learn this last year was that our kids were really stressed and burned out on the amount of work they had to do here. Because we talked to them and they told us. So you know your students. If they're getting overworked, maybe you want to throttle back a little bit. If they don't take the 5 AP classes, don't worry. Working together, you, the kids, us, we will get them into college. Okay? So make sure you kind of watch your students as they're going through school. If they're having a difficult time, ask your counselor, hey, what's going on? Ask your teachers. They seem a little bit overworked, stressed out. And we'll figure out how to work with them, how to get them through school. Anyways, I want to congratulate the Blach Middle School class of 2021. And I want to welcome the Mountain View High School Spartan class of 2025. Welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you all for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, the awesome, the terrific class of 2021.